Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review. I'm going to say in this video, I'm going to be discussing a movie that's actually celebrating its 25th anniversary this year in 2017. And that's the 1992 film, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. And I'm surprised I haven't reviewed this film, because this movie stars Annabelle Sciorra and Rebecca De Mornay. And of course, this is the a psychological thriller, and it's like one of those first movies of that type that goes psychological thriller. Not only is it a psychological thriller, but it's also one that has the two women fighting it out instead of two guys fighting it out, which is kind of make it unique. Of course, this movie stars, like I said, Annabelle Sciorra. When the movie starts off as Annabelle Sciorra being a pregnant woman, and she goes to a new doctor, and the doctor the name was Dr. Ma, and he was played by John Delancey. So for you Star Trek fans out there, yes, that's Q playing a perverted doctor, and he's checking out Annabelle Sciorra for the first time. So I want to give you a full public exam. And so and she goes, "Oh, I don't think that's necessary." And she goes, "Look, you're a first-time patient. I do it with every time I see a patient for the first time. I check everybody out. So you get a medical history on everybody who comes in here." And she goes, and first she goes, "Oh," she's reluctant, and then she says, "Oh, okay." And then he examines her, and then he takes first he checks her boobs out, and you do see a little side boob shot of Annabelle Sciorra, and then he decides to go do an actual public exam, and you actually physically see him take the gloves off and do it barehanded, which is of course a no-no, because supposed to have the gloves, the rubber gloves on, and he does it so you can actually feel what she feels like down there, and it was actually getting off on, and of course that made her nervous, and she goes out and she tells her husband about it and says, "Look, I feel he was molesting me. But I didn't feel the rubber gloves. It felt like it was like an actual hand. His actual hand down there." And so her husband encouraged her to file a complaint with the medical review board, which she did. And of course the news got out, and 4 other women came out and made complaints. And of course, he was being brought up on charges, not only charges with the medical review board, but actually charges from the DAs, considering filing charges on him. So of course, since he's got all upset and been out of shape over it, he decides to kill himself, which you don't physically see it, but you hear him, you see him pick up a gun, and you just hear the gunshot. And of course, now he just committed suicide. And his wife, played by Rebecca De Mornay, it was his first time about like 10 minutes into the movie, 10-15 minutes into the film. That's when you first see her, and she was like a real calculating bitch pretty much throughout the whole film. And says you have to leave the house because all your husband's assets are frozen because possible lawsuits and stuff like that. You have to make payouts, so you have to leave the house. You don't have the money. And then she gets so upset, she fainted, passes out, and she was pregnant herself. She loses the baby, and she was hemorrhaging. And bleeding all over, and it is a pretty graphic scene. The thing when she's wheeled into the hospital bleeding, and the baby dies. And then of course, found out that of course they did full hysterectomy on her, and of course now she can't have any more kids. And of course, she put the blame on everything on the woman who first filed the complaint, which was the Annabelle Sciorra character. So what does she do? She makes up a fake name, Payne, and she goes and she found out that Annabelle Sciorra's character was looking for a nanny. So she hires herself. She charms them into hiring her to be a nanny. And of course, which they do it. And of course, from then on, the rest of the movie is her trying to manipulate the whole family to to be for her way and to get revenge on this nice little nicer than nice family. And it was like so sugary sweet, this family, that you go into a diabetic shock. But the family just eventually, throughout the whole movie, eventually finds out, hey, what the hell is going on with this woman? That she thinks is great. She's a nice cow, smiling all the time. And you're like, hey, Emma, and she makes friends with the door, because they already had one child before them. And Annabelle Shaw's character, of course, eventually gives birth to a son. And Rebecca De Mornay's character, or Payne, makes friends with Emma, secret club, and trying to keep secrets away from the mother. And she does all kinds of things to manipulate the daughters to be friends with her and to alienate her from her mother. And of course, there's also another side character in here, played by Ernie Hudson, who played a character named Solomon, who was mentally retarded. Of course, by that time in 1992, they pretty much stopped using the word retarded in movies or television shows at that point. They said, oh, he's a little slow, or he's mentally disabled and all that stuff. So he works for a particular society who lets mentally challenged. They're only using that term, mentally challenged, to help people out. And he figures out right away what Rebecca De Mornay or Payne was doing. Of course, one of the more disturbing sequences in this film, and it happened a couple of times, was when Rebecca De Mornay, who still had milk in her boobs, alright, starts breastfeeding the son. His name was Joey. Same name as me, which is ironic. Starts breastfeeding him. I guess she still had milk in her body, I guess. So and Solomon, the only Hudson, and yes, that's guy who played Winston in the original Ghostbuster movies. The original 2 Ghostbuster films, plays Solomon. So I thought he gave a very good performance in this thing, because he's not known for playing mentally retarded characters. But I thought it was terrific in this film, and he saw what Payne was doing and called her out on it. And she calls him. And Payne does call Solomon retard in the film. Were you a retard? And then she snaps him, and then she knew that, hey, this guy is going to tell on me. So what she did was she manipulated the whole situation to make sure that Solomon was molesting Emma, because she planted a pair of Emma's panties in his little toolbox, and Annabelle Sora's character found out about it, and of course they had to fire him. So you had that manipulation going on, as well as you had the situation I mentioned already when Rebecca De Mornay was breastfeeding the newborn baby. And also, of course, you also had Julianne Moore in this film, playing the ex-girlfriend of Annabelle Sora's husband. So, and who played Marlene. Her character's name was Marlene, and Marlene figured out who Rebecca De Mornay was, because the house that she owned, that Payne owned with her husband, was still up for sale. All these months later, it's still up for sale, and she happened to find out in the article a picture of Rebecca De Mornay, a picture of Payne, and said, "Hey, that's the new nanny," and figured out that, hey, she's manipulating the whole thing and possibly trying to get revenge on the family, as he tries to tell Annabelle Sora's trying to tell her, hey, trying to warn her about Payne. But Payne they built a greenhouse in the backyard, or Annabelle Sora built a little greenhouse, and Payne set it up a certain way so the glass would break on the roof, would break and possibly kill her. It would kill the Annabelle Sora character. But Marlene was the one who went into the greenhouse, and she was the one who was killed. And then Annabelle showed where she got out of the hospital because she had asthma. So she had a major asthma attack after seeing it. And because Payne emptied out all the asthma medication, all the asthma inhalers. So she was in the hospital for a couple of days, and she wanted to know what Marlene was up to. Why Marlene wanted to get in touch with her. And she found out why. Eventually she found out why. And then, of course, that's when you had the big confrontation at the end of the film between Annabelle Sciorra and Rebecca De Mornay. And there was a hell of a fight. And, of course, the husband gets knocked out right away. Annabelle Sciorra's husband, Rebecca De Mornay, disposed him off right away. I mean, he wasn't killed. Just that his legs were broken. I think my legs are broken. Can't move. So of course he got disposed. The strongest guy there gets knocked out or gets pushed to the side, so you can have the physical fight between Annabelle Sciorra and Rebecca De Mornay. When she do happen, and what happened was, spoiler for those of you who never saw the film, Annabelle Sciorra fakes an asthma attack. And so Payne goes after the kids, and of course it was a fake out. And Annabelle Sciorra gets up and beats the crap out of Payne and throws her out the window, and she gets impaled on the wooden fence just outside. And of course she dies in the end. I thought that Rebecca De Mornay, other than unfortunately Rebecca De Mornay hasn't done that many movies after this one because she got. I don't know what happened with her career, but Rebecca De Mornay was not only is she grew up that gorgeous, but she's also was in, of course, Risky Business, and she was in Slugger's Wife, and it was a pretty crappy baseball movie. And in the year before The Hand That Marks the Cradle came out, she was in Backdraft. She gave a very good performance in Backdraft as well. It was a pretty minor character. She played Kurt Russell's wife in Backdraft. But in this movie, she was front and center, and she was terrific. She was great. She gave a real cool performance. And she played like another Glenn Close type character. But Glenn Close was a little bit more violent than Rebecca De Mornay was in Fatal Attraction. But Rebecca De Mornay gave a chilling performance. I thought she was top notch. And of course, she's so beautiful to look at. I mean, she was stunning to look at. And Annabelle Sciorra, she's not bad looking herself. And I think, except for maybe the husband, the guy who played the husband, and maybe Julianne Moore. I don't know if this was Julianne Moore's very first film, but she gave a good performance here. But the people who gave the best performances were, of course, Rebecca De Mornay, Annabelle Sciorra, and Ernie Hudson. Those three performances were top notch, and I think anybody who's never seen this movie, I suggest you watch this movie because it's that good. It's that riveting to me, to me. And I saw it once. Boy, this is really a disturbing movie, and and it was. But to me, it's still, even though it's 25 years later, there's been a couple of other movies that came out like this, like Single White Female. Things very similar plot. Very similar psychological thriller stuff thing like Hand That Marks the Cradle. But I think this one kind of set a trend for a while in the 90s, but it's still entertaining to watch. It's still chilling to watch. So that's my review of The Hand That Marks the Cradle. Please click on the video. Please rate it. Feel free to comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my videos now on my YouTube channel at rallyc.com. That's all WDY. C.com. On the homepage of the Rally Reviewer, Chris Lee Moore. And please check out all of his videos on his website, especially his TV trash videos. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.